Good morning, everyone. Today I want to share a story with you guys regarding this Carmax thing that I dealt with, and something that really made me think about the car buying process a bit. So, about 3 weeks ago, I reached out to Carmax about a car, 2017 VW All-Track. It was blue, with like a tannish, grayish interior. Very nice car. It was the SE trim, and it's the car I really wanted to buy. Bad part is, it was in California. So they had to ship it to Colorado Springs. This is where everything was going well, no problems. I ended up getting the car to Colorado Springs. Took about 4 days or something like that. It was in Denver, then a day or so later it was in Colorado Springs at my local store about 30 minutes away. No problem. Mind you, this entire experience, I'm buying the car online. I'm not doing anything in person. I'm not driving anything. I'm just purchasing a vehicle, cash, online, and bringing it or having it, brought to my house. That's the deal, right? Should be pretty easy. Well, long story short here, that blue car, 2017, gets here to Colorado Springs. No one calls me. I'm like, this after, delivery inspection should not be taking this damn long, right? It's crazy. So I call him up and I'm like, I was wondering about the status of my vehicle, the 2017 All-Track. There goes, oh, well, there was a title problem. Shouldn't somebody have called me to let me know, hey, there's an issue with the vehicle. You won't be able to purchase it today or, this week. Cool. I can wait, a week or so. They said this could take almost a month, which is pretty normal for title things, right? For garden vehicles and cars. But it was crazy. You're telling me no one called me and told me that a month-long problem that has just occurred affects me buying the vehicle? They're like, what? You're just not going to tell me about it? So that problem is on the local store personnel, right? And I'm not saying everybody's bad there. I had a very good experience speaking with the salespeople and stuff like that at the actual, Colorado Springs location. But I digress. The real problem occurred when we were in the process of getting this blue 2017 All-Track. They had received a black one. Okay, here's where it gets funky again. You know what? Let's buy the black one. It's a trim level down. I got a couple less options, but overall, beautiful car. And it actually, we'll talk about the car in the next video. So I'll show you guys everything and like what I think of it and all that stuff and what it looks like. But again, I digress. The transaction support people, mind you, I'm a cash buyer. I have no loan to do, no paperwork other than the title signed into my name, title application, and here's the money. Do their online process. You use your bank account and your routing number, and then they just draft your payment for the entire vehicle if that's what you want to do, or you can do the down payment that way as well. Super easy process, right? The only weird part is to use this service called Plaid. I didn't really enjoy that there was a third party involved, you know what I mean? But nowadays, who doesn't have a fucking third party involved in their damn, sales business? Stripe, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, whatever. It's always a third party app. Nobody's using cash anymore. Moving on. So I tell them I want the black 2019 VW All-Track S. Different trim, so be it. Super nice car. I love it. And then the transaction support people reached out, and I will pop the messages up on the screen here somewhere, and you can pause to read it. These people, I don't know what their thought process was on this actual, exchange, but they, first of all, said that they would call me at a certain time because I told them, hey, this time would be the best time. They pretty much told me that they were going to call me, and they just went home for the day. I was like, okay. Next morning, 8:30, they said, oh, what's the best time to call you? Oh, well, this afternoon. I'm busy today. I got stuff to do. Same thing. 4 p.m. comes around, no one calls me. So I call them back. I'm like, what is happening right now? The next person that took over my actual like account decided that he was gonna specifically like tell me, not like vindictively, but just tell me nonchalant, like, oh yeah, so Paisley went home for the day, and my name's Rodrigo, and I'm gonna be taking over your stuff. And I'm like, oh, she went home for the day. I was friggin' hot. Oh, I was livid. I was so fucking pissed off. I was like, you know what? Let's get through this process, man. Thank you for taking over. A 10-minute phone conversation in a 2-hour period where I had to receive emails, fill out paperwork, receive emails, make a payment. That was it. So it took 2 hours and 10 minutes total for this process to happen. But the first person made it take 3 days because she decided the first day she was going to go home. If we handled it the first day, I would have had my car the next day. So needless to say, me and Rodrigo set up an appointment for 11 a.m. delivery of the All-Track. I don't understand what was so difficult about this exchange. The biggest thing I wanted you guys to take away from this, if stuff like that happens to you, report it to a manager, report it to a supervisor, or whatever the case may be, right? Because if you don't, people are going to keep doing that stuff. It was terrible customer service, it was unacceptable. I was literally lied to twice. Tell me that's not insane. Now, mind you, yes, they work for Carmax, but it's a transaction support call center. So they just handle the appointment and send you the paperwork to pay for the vehicle, do the down payment. So, or something like that. That's what they do. To my knowledge, anyways. Everyone that I dealt with except that one person was very pleasant. Again, pros and cons of this process. Having a car delivered from out of state could be title problems, could be vehicle issues. They could send, the wrong paperwork or the wrong vehicle to your local store so they can check it over and deliver it to you. It is what it is, happened. I don't know if you guys know, 2015 to 19, I think they made the All-Track. Very hard to get. They don't have 500 of them for sale across the country. There's fucking 100. So, it's a pretty popular vehicle. I love it. I digress. Pros and cons. Online deal, very convenient, super easy. Was that my experience? 50-50, I have to say. What's the second thing? I mean, heck, they deliver the car right to your door. The driver asked me if I want to take it for a spin real quick before he leaves, just to be sure. Very professional people. The salespeople never had a problem. We sold another vehicle, the 2018 Canyon we had on the channel. We sold that to Carmax a couple years ago, a year or two ago now. Very cool process. They just said, hey, we'll give you this much. We went sat in the office. Bam, quick. 10 out of 10 process for me. But God forbid I want to give them a full amount. Cash money. It's everybody lost their mind. Oh my God, I can't believe what's happening. But that's just what it seemed like. You know what I mean? Overall, some pros about it. I mean, again, they deliver the car right to your door. It's convenient process. It's very easy. I didn't even have to leave my house. They bring you a temporary plate, and then you sign your title paperwork, and they, send it off to the lender, or they send it to you once they get all your stuff back. I couldn't ask for a better process. Again, it was just one link in the chain during my process of doing this that fucked everything up. And she got reported to the manager. The messages are right there. You guys saw them earlier. I'll put them up here again if you want. You know what I mean? Crazy. Why would you do something like that if the manager is going to be able to see the messages? Because no one ever reports these things. Which means what? People don't report it, so it keeps happening. And they know that people don't report it. So, would I recommend this buying process for Carmax online purchasing? Yes and no. If you're close enough to just go down there, if you can do all your paperwork initially online, and then go there and pick the vehicle up or pay for the vehicle, or do half of the financial stuff there, after you do like your pre-approval, then you say, okay, well, blah, 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 and then start all your process online and then go there and finish it. That's what I would recommend. If you want to try the whole online process, I'm 50-50 on it. They're gonna have to convince me a little harder that it's the perfect buying process. Yes, it was easy. Did I run into pain in the ass things like no one calling me for a problem with the vehicle I'm trying to purchase? Yes. 2 extra days, and I need a vehicle now. You know what I mean? I told them I have a short time period. I need it by this date. Well, it shouldn't take that long. I mean, we're still not in April, and they said it would be the latest date for the first delivered vehicle to be delivered to the store was the 4th. So we're still good, on the time, but it just seemed like there was a lot of unnecessary headaches that occurred during the process. I really hope this video helps somebody make a decision on buying a car online with Carmax or Carmax in general. I think they're a great company. I don't care about their financials or their whatever the heck, man. I really don't care, in whatever they do. But they are one of the best used car places on the planet. You get a car that's, half the time they're damn near at Blue Book or under because they sell volume vehicles. So they can make money on the vehicles. And they pay for a vehicle that's, used. They give you a great deal. We owed $25 or something on our Canyon, our 2018 Canyon when we sold it to them. They gave us like $31,000. It was crazy. I couldn't fucking believe it. No other dealership would touch this. They all wanted to offer us like, well, we'll give you like 22. Nah, man. Not happening. You know what I mean? Crazy. But again, I hope this video helps somebody and make a decision on a car buying process through CarMax. I think they are a good company to buy a car through. I really enjoy, the convenience of that. And all the staff are friendly. When I was in the store, they're all friendly too, So, we're going to talk about the car in the next video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this informative yet weird experience that I had.